This is Christina. I'm one of the wedding consultants at NST Pictures, and I have these lovely ladies joining us for today.
And I'm Farrah. I'm also one of the wedding consultants.
And I'm Darisa. I'm the lead editor, video editor at NST Pictures. So I edit your film and watch all the films that come through NST.
Well, the number one question that we always get is, how much of a say do I have in the video editing process? It's all about, being able to step back in 50 years from now and being able to see that, relive that moment, especially your wedding day and all those emotions that come with it. So we want it to be very candid and natural, very authentic to who you guys are.
Absolutely.
So to give a long answer or short answer, it would be that you definitely have a say in the editing process. So usually around the 3-month mark of your wedding day, we'll reach out to you and send you 2 questionnaires. So the first one is what we like to call wedding day of timeline. It just breaks down your day into finer details so that this way we can pass it along to your cinematographer and have a great understanding of what your day looks like. And then the second one is an optional one, but always highly recommended. And that's the one that Darisa will be taking a look at. So for that one, that is the client editing questionnaire. And on that questionnaire, we have a lot of guiding questions for our clients to get a sense of what your personalities are, what's important for you. We have questions like, how important is the venue to you? How important is your family or friends or religion is to you? And there's a sliding scale that you can rate it from. You'll also have an opportunity to let us know what kind of music you like. That's usually the number one question that people like to ask. So we wanted to make this segment today about music and kind of getting a sense from an editor's perspective, what they would be doing for your film to be able to portray your personalities.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our next point. So we do share with all of our clients our music database, which has over 9,000 songs that you can choose from. But I think a really great point for us to start is what happens with the client editing questionnaire once your wedding day approaches and the editors start working on your film. So Darisa, what's your thought process once you are editing the film?
Okay, so once I receive the footage from the cinematographer of your wedding day, the most important part, firstly, is that, finding the music that fits your taste, that fits your music's preferences, and we want to make sure that that's selected first, because that helps in editing the trailer smoothly. So firstly, we do want to select the song for your trailer.
It gives that personality.
The personality,
right?
Yeah.
Currently, you're incorporating special moments from their day of, like the speeches and the vows, and I know some clients don't even like to include speeches and vows into their day of.
Yeah.
So Darisa's keeping that in mind as she's editing throughout your film. And again, on that back to that questionnaire, it's so insightful because you all get to let us know what your favorite genres are or what your least favorite genres are, so that Darisa can kind of look back to it and to your wedding footage and kind of make that decision.
Exactly. And not every song is going to work with a trailer that has a lot of dialogue.
Right.
So if a trailer doesn't have much dialogue, if that's your preference, then we'll pick a vocal track to help, as a better option.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about creating that storyline. It's all about providing you the details from your wedding day, but the music and some of the vows or some of the toasts are really kind of helping move that storyline. And every wedding is different, so it's going to play a different role in everyone's wedding in the post-production process.
And correct me if I'm wrong, if a client really is into incorporating their vows and the speeches, and then they want to incorporate a song with a lot of lyrics, it can get a little distracting, right?
It can, definitely. Yeah. It can definitely get distracting, and that's why I personally, if you want a lot of dialogue in your trailer, I personally prefer a simpler, not simpler, but a more cinematic instrumental piece.
Right.
Because you guys are the star of the show. It's your trailer, right? It's like your own movie trailer. So you want to make sure that the song is accenting the piece and not and not being the main star of the film. It's more of the highlight to really move those dialogues and the film along.
Exactly.
So what are the music genres that you enjoy selecting when editing, and what genres do you find yourself least using for the films, and why?
Okay, well, this is a great question. I often find myself selecting uplifting, happy, cinematic music. Those songs that have high and lows with great crescendos, beautiful crescendos, where I can add your key moments with those crescendos, the highest part of the song. It'll help bring, different moments of your day alive with that. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
And for those that are watching, in terms of crescendo, can you just maybe elaborate just a little bit on what you mean by crescendo for those who are not that musically inclined or know the term so well?
Yeah, sure. So a crescendo is the highest point of a song. It builds up slowly, and then, it's just like the highest peak of the song, and it's very dramatic but beautiful at the same time. And I don't find myself using rock.
Interesting.
Because rock is it's hard to build a romantic story with a rock song.
Yeah.
So that's probably my least favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm sure there are other genres that are more focused heavily on vocals. Like, for example, rap music would not be a great choice for a genre, but that's kind of a given.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of focus on delivery and the words that come with the rap. So it's not really about that. So for us to focus on something that's a little bit more instrumental, that has more of a music approach.
Right.
As Darisa mentioned, the crescendos, we're really looking to elevate your film and those specific moments with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Key term I think Farrah touched upon was elevate, is really enhancing the film. And for those couples, every now and then that we do get a question about, can I have Beyonce in my music, in my song for the trailer? And although we love Beyonce, however, she's not releasing the rights for us to legally use the song, unfortunately. And we want to keep in mind that the wedding is sentimental. It's bringing you back to your wedding day in a timeless piece. And we're not really creating a music video. We're really doing more of, creating a beautiful timepiece for you so that you can watch over and over again for the years to come. Do you prefer when the couples choose their own song for the trailer, or do you prefer to have the creative liberty to do so?
Yeah, we get that question a lot.
We do.
Yes. So I actually do prefer to select the song for your trailer. It's extremely helpful though when you do select your preferences in music. But in theory, sometimes you think you might know what the best song is for your trailer, but it doesn't always match your best intentions. So I do enjoy picking a song for the couple's trailer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And as an example, in the past we've had clients who have chosen, for example, reggae was their very, very favorite genre. And they wanted to incorporate a song. So we definitely want to make sure our clients are happy first and foremost. So we definitely went out there, found a sample, and then incorporated it into their film. And it just unfortunately didn't vibe well with the type of style of editing that we do achieve. And I'm sure as you guys are looking on our website, you'll find that our stuff is very classic, very cinematic in that approach. So that it's very romantic. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
And not to say reggae songs aren't romantic at all,
Right.
but it doesn't give that classic feel to it, and something that may or may not live 50 years until now for you to step back in and really enjoy that moment.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so, kind of talking about favorite musics, everyone loves to kind of incorporate the music that they played from the day of. So my favorite question that I get from a lot of my clients is, can we include like live music from the day, played by their DJ or their band? Is that something we can do for them?
Well, it's not ideal to have live music from your wedding day in your trailer. It makes it difficult to edit your piece with a live feed, just because there might be some background noise that doesn't sound so great, or the live feed might not be the best quality. So, when we're editing your trailer, we want a high quality soundtrack to your trailer.
Like a studio
level,
Yeah.
controlled, song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do get that often where some folks or friends and family recorded something on their iPhone or their Android or their iPad, and you know, they want to see if it's usable, and you know, we'd be happy to take a look at it, but of course, as Darisa said, it's important to have the high quality, more controlled sound that will give you that crystal clear background versus something that we cannot control on an iPad or from an iPhone, because remember, it's two different qualities, it's two different, you know, sound equipment is different, so it's, you know.
And more importantly too, like our editing style kind of jumps back and forth a little bit just to tell the story. So if you have a particular moment, let's say it's part of your ceremony, and then there's some party shots of your first dance, and you want to incorporate the song that you dance to, it may be a very upbeat song that you're dancing to, but your vows are a little bit softer and slower. It makes the editing a little bit harder. And it kind of makes it, again, like a great word that Darisa used, a little flat, especially if you wanted to include vows that are very romantic and soft and subtle, paired with the live music from the first dance, which could be very upbeat.
Right. Exactly. And to kind of touch upon, you know, the live music. Now, Darisa, although we're not using it in the trailer films, where are you seeing it more of?
We do see it in your spotlight edit, because all your dances are featured in your spotlight edit. So you will be able to hear your first dance song in your spotlight edit, which I think is the best place to hear it.
Right, and for those of you that are tuning in and unsure of what the spotlight is, of course, it's a chronological playback of what we captured in the ceremony, dances and toasts. So there's where you're going to see and hear the live band music, or you know, music from your DJ that's according to that that piece or portion of the footage.
And you'll be able to hear it in full as well.
Exactly, definitely. And I'm sure Christina is our resident bride in the studio. So, you know, I'm sure Christina, you and Martin are planning on doing a choreographed first dance or something along those lines, that you have a particular song you want to dance to, and just kind of meshing that with, say, one of our trailers and our cinematic soundtracks. It may not sound very great.
And I already know that I want Darisa to choose the song, so she's got the creative ear and eyes for that.
I've been pretty lucky. Like most clients, they enjoy the songs I select for them.
That's always a nice touch.
And if you guys have other questions, definitely feel free to reach out to Christina or myself, and you know, we can hop on a quick phone call and chat it over.
Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks, Darisa.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Darisa.
My pleasure.
Inside Scoop. So stay tuned for some more fun and interesting things with us at NST Pictures. We want to keep it interesting for you all. So we are looking forward to see you next week.
See you next week.
Have a great weekend. Bye.